Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Ballers World Live.
I'm just playing with you. You know what I'm saying? Welcome back to Ballers World Live, everybody. Real quick, shout out to antiamerica.com. Don't forget to go to antiamerica.com. Use the promo code ESPN2 to get 30% off.
30%. And then follow us on our social media. Ballers World with a Z.
Ballers World with a Z.
Ballers World with a Z.
There it is. And now in the studio, we have the wonderful, the lovely,
the LeBron hater.
Lulu Gonzalez. What's going on?
What's going on, y'all? Damn, you couldn't even wait for the intro to finish.
They were like, Lulu's going to be on the show. And I was like, that's it. The LeBron shirt's got to come out.
Oh, my God.
Come out today.
I'm mad you all sexy in this LeBron shirt. Like, LeBron don't even deserve that. So you do him too much justice right now. I can't even be mad because he's actually like playing really, really, really well.
That's what I'm saying.
Lulu, he's playing great.
Yeah, he's playing right.
I need that loss tonight, though.
Yeah. But I need that win.
Yeah.
That's why I want my LeBron.
And that's why I want my LeBron shirt.
Jinx it. There it is. Bang.
Oh, dang. She threw him up on the table.
The mangoes.
Boom. There they go.
Because every time I wear them, they lose.
There you go.
So I need that in the air tonight.
There it is.
Lulu, why you hate LeBron so much?
It's not. Okay, look. I'm going to just clarify this. I don't hate LeBron as a person.
Okay.
I hate LeBron
That's what was his game.
as a player.
Why?
Okay.
Because I feel like, he doesn't really make the best decisions as he should. If we're going to hold him on this high pedestal, heavy wears the crown.
GOAT.
You can't be out here saying you're King James and you're the league this and this and this and this.
He is the king. Nobody's dethroned
he is
him.
the
He's
king.
got the chip right now.
I love when people say, numbers don't lie, but honestly they do. Because look at Westbrook. Because numbers lie.
Oh,
Can we get into this? Let's talk about
yeah.
that.
Let's talk about
Let's
it.
dive into that.
That's
Okay.
totally
So
LeBron on this
when
side.
you talk about numbers lie, right?
Yeah.
In case of Westbrook, what do you mean? Explain to our listeners so they're not all got their panties in a wad. You know what
Okay,
I'm
so
saying?
take your panties out of the wad and let's get down to facts.
Yes.
Okay, as far as Westbrook, what I'm saying, like, yes, he, the most triple doubles, great accolade,
Yes.
kudos, that is amazing. That is an amazing title to hold.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's still an individual title that you're holding.
Correct.
And all of those triple doubles don't really mean nothing when you're on vacation.
Well, the Big O
Right.
didn't win it during his time in 1962, and I think that year Bill
your point-
Russell won and he had 40.
Wilt lost it too.
Yeah, but to
Yeah,
your
Will
point,
lost
he
it too, and
took
he had
something
some
like
double
450 more shots than the next person.
Exactly.
So it's like he's taking an extra 6-7 shots a game. It's
Exactly. And then at the end of the last game, is evident. Like, you don't even trust your team. So it's like you're going to take every shot and make every bad call. Like, everything is just like, numbers do lie.
Yeah, well, I mean, at the end of the day, the NBA also supports it. I mean, we look at the league now. The ratings are down. So at this point, I mean, players like Westbrook putting on that type of performance. I mean, that's
They
pretty
need
much
it.
they need it.
Yeah.
like, they do need it.
And at his defense, I mean, I was a fan of seeing him put up those type of numbers. Me personally, now overall, I agree with you as far as team play and getting other people involved. I'd like to know how they're going to move forward in building a real championship team around him, and if it can even be done. If it can be done, like who will actually want to go there and play with him?
That's the whole thing of it. It's like you're not just a player. You have to embody the whole essence of a ball player. Like,
Correct.
I want to be able to run with you. That's why me and James wasn't friends the first day we met,
Listen,
because his energy was like, we're not going to win this game.
Now, this is interesting.
Yeah,
question.
James was negative.
When I walked in the
second.
gym. I walked in the gym. I'm like, yeah, I just run next. I'm gonna just get a game. And she's like, ball, prep.
Say that.
No, it was a difference because
And then she wanted to fight me. I was on her team. She was trying to fight me.
I was being Steph Curry, and he was being Klay Thompson, the new Klay Thompson, not the old Klay Thompson.
Yeah.
The Klay Thompson that misses open jumpers when nobody's guarding it. That type of Klay Thompson.
Wow.
Okay, so
You call me 9-point Klay Thompson.
I'm calling you 6-point Klay Thompson. That's what I'm calling you.
Is it on tape?
I wish it was on tape.
Ain't on
Yeah.
tape.
Get it on the snap?
You
No.
know
Yeah,
there's security
listen.
footage somewhere at that
Nah,
gym.
ain't no
We
receipts.
gotta hit the
I wanna see the
archives. We
receipts.
gotta hit the
I wanna
archives
see
and
the
find that.
receipts.
So it's a moment like that where you want to feel like you can win with somebody who understands how
Absolutely.
you play.
Yeah.
No matter if I do take 15 shots, but understand if I'm taking 15, I'm at least going to make 10, 11. Just understand that you trust my game.
Yeah.
But I don't think that he trusts his team's game.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you had his
You
defense.
hyping your game up right now. I'm gonna kick it 100.
Jay,
You
Jay,
making me sound like
Jay,
6 point
Jay,
Clay, and you
Jay,
over here bigging yourself
Jay,
up.
Jay.
Like, I'm gonna make 11 out of 15.
Jay,
38 out of 20.
Let's go make 15 out of 15.
Let's just go to stats. Let's go to stats because game was 15.
But I thought numbers lie. Hold on, numbers lie.
Yeah, but
Numbers be lying and shit.
Numbers do be lying.
Numbers might be
But
lying,
game was
though.
15. I had at least 9. Okay,
You said at least 9.
at least
least
9.
9.
And he knows that's facts.
I'm walking up to the court. I'm just warming up. I had a game after that, so I was in there just trying to get some sweat. You know, I wasn't even in there trying to do all of that.
No.
Okay? But let's move on. Okay,
Are we
We want to
moving
move
on.
on. We want to talk about Lulu getting buckets on
Okay,
you.
listen.
We'll snap the next game so you can see the buckets.
Yeah,
Please do that.
We'll cover the next pickup game. We're gonna do it. But let's talk about. We were talking before about James Harden, and we kind of mentioned it earlier. We didn't really get into it, but that last game, that performance, I know you had some things to say about that, and it, you know, personally, when I looked at it, it looked like one of the Monstars had maybe taken his powers or something
In the middle of the game.
He was just like throwing up air balls and do all kinds of crazy stuff. I was like, what the?
You have to. I'm from Houston. I was born and raised, and actually to see his performance during that series where he was on a high all season long, entered that first round, handled business against OKC. Even in the first game against the West San Antonio, I was crunk. I was like, hey, it's about to go down. And then to see those last 3 games and that performance, it was disappointing because I felt like, at the end of the day, at some point he threw in the towel.
Yeah, he did.
He just threw in the towel, and I can't understand how can you be playing so well and then all of a sudden have such a low.
You know what? His attitude and performance reminded me so much of Steph's performance the year before.
Yeah.
Because you could see the defeat on Steph's face with like in seconds, and he was out for that's why they blew that 3-1 lead, and it was like, oh my God, like you're not Steph anymore. What happened?
Oh my God, LeBron won.
Yeah, like how did this happen? This was our year.
Yeah.
But with James Harden, I just really felt like he felt defeated on the inside, and it showed on his game. Like, you shot 2 for 11, and you're freaking the MVP nominee. Like you.
Well, first of all, shooting 2 for 11 is not an off night. Okay. Shooting 2
That's
for 11.
point shaving.
You didn't take it.
That's a point shaving.
Someone had to say it. It had to be said. It was point shaving. Point blank period.
That was ridiculous.
Someone had to save it.
211.
Like
That's
9
211. We got a
turnovers,
211 on
something.
Broadway. We got a 211.
We got a 211.
That was
Guys,
like,
I might shoot better than that. I'm just saying.
that was.
I'm saying
ridiculous.
somebody got a damn Donald Trump P tape on James Harden or something because they must have blackmailed him or something.
There was
because
some chick on Instagram like, if you don't fail, I'ma post
Right,
these
exactly,
pics.
exactly.
And he was like,
Exactly.
"Fuck, let me throw this game." But it was
Right.
like, what that, like, especially as a ball player and just a spectator of the
Yeah.
sport and just loving the sport. I don't want to watch this.
Yeah.
This is why the ratings are down. Like,
Correct.
seriously, I think they really need to revamp these rules. This whole, like, in the act of shooting behind
I
the
agree
3
with
point.
you on that.
Like, what is that now?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that before it was like, man, like if you gonna foul a 3-point shooter, everybody knows like JJ gonna take it, you know.
Correct.
So it's like,
But can you fault them? I mean, the refs are blowing the whistle. So what
I
does that
fault
mean?
I fault them and the refs.
Okay.
Because
But how can you fault the player? I mean, he's playing the game, and he's
But that's
making
not
this
the game.
adjustment.
That's not the game.
But it's the game they're playing in today, and he's making an adjustment.
don't mean it's
with
right.
The game. Well,
that don't mean what they're doing is right, and they
I agree
know
with
it.
you, but
they
at the
know
same
it.
time, what I'm saying is that it's not necessarily the player's fault. He's making the adjustment and he's actually
That's
taking
completely
advantage
wrown.
of the
That is completely
situation.
wrong. And in situations
Let me
like
ask
this,
you this question.
we need
But
to
that's
call,
like flopping,
we need
though.
to call
That's like
them out.
flopping.
Exactly.
I know,
We
I
need to
agree.
call
It's
them out
like
because
flopping.
we're letting this
Lulu.
ride because he's Harding. We're letting this ride because they're those type of players. But you need to start calling these people out. Like, just because you do it, don't make it right. Like, you a better player than that. You mean to
Preach.
tell me that your only reason for taking that shot is because he was trying to foul you? No, you know the game now.
And let me ask you this
know the
question.
game.
Let's flip.
Be a player.
Yeah,
Let's flip.
be a
Let's
player.
Plays.
Let's
Make
flip-
some plays.
Let's flip the script.
Control the game.
Let's flip the
Be a
script.
player.
Let's flip the script. Now, if Lulu was in that position, would you still be taking them shots and taking advantage of a refs making those calls?
Here's the thing. I was taught when I play ball, you play through the foul. You don't play for the foul. Okay? So I'm
Drop the
not
mic on that
You
one.
were laying it down today in the studio.
I'm not even when we play in the gym. I don't even call fouls because it's like if I can get up and walk and I'm the
No
basket.
blood, no foul.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I'm not sitting here calculating my plays like, well, if I do the screen and then I'm gonna take the shot, he gonna foul me. That's
Yeah.
not my play.
I agree, but that's where the game is today.
But that's
It is.
bad. And then we got
Absolutely.
these little kids who are looking up to
Correct.
these players and they thinking this is
Absolutely.
how it goes.
I agree. It's not fundamental
Playing off of
basketball.
like how they used to do with Rajon Rondo, standing at the free throw line because
Correct.
you know we can't shoot, so you just like, oh, I'm not even gonna guard him.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I really feel like we need to start calling these players out. Like, come on, bruh. Like, for real. Like, you know this ain't the way you play basketball. You ain't play basketball like this your whole life.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No,
There was
go ahead.
one more thing that I want to talk to you about. I want to bring up before we got out of here, and it has to do with LeBron, but it's not about LeBron.
What about LeBron?
It was what about LeBron? Throw the bronze up on him. A player who I really liked, and I liked him all the way, even when they lost, until he made this statement, DeMar DeRozan.
Oh, thank you.
You know what I mean? I want to
you.
remind you about that because we were talking about that. You were going off.
It's crazy because I even run with DeRozan in 2K. Like, I'm a huge fan.
2K.
I'd be like, who you play with? DeRozan. I don't even care what
Mo.
team. Like, it's so to hear him say that, to me, it depreciated his value as a star that I saw him as.
Right.
Because if you are a star that everybody, the world thinks of you are, you're gonna really sit there and be like, well, we could have won if we had LeBron.
Yeah.
That's
for
what
the
you
people at
sounded
home.
like. You sound like
Yeah.
a girl like, oh, I wish I had your man. Like you go on trips. Ooh, that's nice. I wish I had one. Like
I'm trying to get a ring.
I'm trying to get a ring. What you do? He got any friends?
Yeah.
Like that's what you sound
Exactly.
like.
That was a weak move in my opinion.
That was so weak, and it was like and again for me, the biggest thing as a ball player is like you're passing this down to the kids.
Yeah.
You're passing this down to the new generation who feels like, well, I need a LeBron. I can't be the star. I just need.
Right.
That's the only way you can win.
Just
Like,
to have a LeBron.
I need a LeBron in my life.
Well,
I mean,
we got to go to break, and we're having a great time with you, Lulu, right now. But
Thanks,
before we go to break, one last thing. Who inspired you this year in this game, in playoffs this year, before we go to break? We got 1 minute. What player actually inspired you during the playoffs this year?
Honestly,
so far?
and then this is why I'm wearing my LeBrons tonight, I want to say Isaiah Thomas.
absolutely.
Okay, we love
That's
that. I
what
like that.
I think Isaiah is
Claps.
playing phenomenally through
Yeah.
all his troubles and everything like that. Like just
Amazing.
to see his drive, his force, his dedication, his courage, and being a real leader. Hands down, he need his own like Pepsi deal. Or something.
It's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming.
It'll-
Well, all right, we'll be right back, and we're going to break.